Hey everyone, I'm back on some Call of Duty today. I haven't played in a long time, so I decided to hop back on here because I definitely will be checking out Ranked Play, which drops on February 5th in the morning, I think 9 a.m. Pacific, I believe. So that's 10 o'clock for me. So I'll definitely be playing that, but I decided to hop back on here because, yeah, I haven't played with a controller on any game in a long time, so I'm sure it'll be rough. But yeah, let's hop into a game really quick and see how bad it is. I'm going to use the M15 for this first game, and then I'll use the Dravik because these are going to be the two main guns in Ranked Play for sure. So gotta get used to them, you know. For the M15 right here, this is the setup that I think most pros are running. So yeah, this is what I'll be using. And then for the Dravik, I actually don't have it leveled up very much, so a few of these are wrong. This game is very dead right now, just based on the numbers, at least from Steam, which is obviously not everything. I know most people play this game on consoles, so definitely doesn't show the whole picture, but definitely worse than it has been a few previous years. So I don't know, let me know if you guys are still playing this game, if you guys are still enjoying it. I haven't played it in a long time. I played it a lot at first. I got to like Prestige 2, almost Prestige 3, just playing Search mainly. Probably played for about 2-3 weeks, and then I decided I was not super feeling it. I'm definitely more of like, I love Ranked Play, so the fact that Ranked Play wasn't coming out for a long time kind of turned me off to it, to be honest. That guy is blended in, holy. But now that it's coming back, I'm excited to try it out for sure, because this game definitely wasn't like horrible for me. I think it's not my favorite art style or anything like that, but the actual gameplay feel, it's great. I'm not sure if I'm the biggest fan of Omni Movement. I do think it is not bad by any means. What else really got me into it was Major 1 just happened for the CDL, and that was an insanely fun watch, honestly. That Losers Final was insane. That was probably the craziest Search and Destroy I've ever seen, that Game 5. So yeah, that just made me kind of excited to play Ranked. They are changing some things for Ranked as well. So first of all, you're going to have to win 50 matches. I think this is the same as last year, but you are going to have to win 50 matches in regular multiplayer. Unlike in other previous titles where you had to just get to Prestige 1 or Rank 55. In this next game, you'll have to win 50. So if you do plan on playing Ranked, make sure you guys get that done before Thursday. I'm not sure the quickest way to do that would be, but I know I get most of my wins playing Search. This M15 feels insane. This is definitely probably the gun I'll be using in Ranked the most. Another change that's happening this year that I guess isn't necessarily new, but it's new for the last couple of years, is placement matches rather than just starting in Bronze and climbing. So in the last few years, you would just start Bronze, everybody would start Bronze, and you would just have to climb out of there. But now you actually play 3 placement matches. I don't know if it's play 3 placement matches or if you have to win 3. I think in the actual blog, it says you actually have to win 3. So whenever you win your first 3, you'll actually get placed in a rank. I'm not sure what the max rank is. It wasn't mentioned. I'm assuming nobody's going to get placed above like Diamond 1 probably is probably the max you can get, I would assume. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the placement matches go, where people actually get placed. It is better because it actually gets rid of like a lot of smurfing and stuff. I mean, it's not like it's hard to smurf even with that, but it'll help it a little bit. And then at the beginning, not everybody, all skill levels are playing day 1, hour 1 on the same ranks. And that way you don't have to wait as long to get competitive matches. Because I know from the last few years, like sometimes you'd be waiting so long to actually feel like it's competitive. It would take like a week or so, especially if you're not, you know, playing 8 hours a day, which most of us can't. So it just makes that early part a lot smoother, I think. So I'm a fan of that for sure. This game loves random notifications and sounds. It's really annoying. I'm sure there's a way to turn it off, but I just haven't done it yet. One of the most controversial changes that they're bringing to Ranked is the addition of solo duo only past Crimson rank. So basically what that means is once you hit Crimson or above, Crimson, Iridescent, or Top 250, you will only be able to duo queue with someone. So the max amount of people in your party will be 2. So no 3 stacks, no 4 stacks, which honestly, I get why it's super controversial, but I think it's actually a good change, to be honest. I think the best change would have been to have a separate, obviously with Call of Duty being super dead, maybe this wouldn't be possible anymore, but if you could have a separate pool of like 4 stacks only versus 4 stacks, and then solo duos only versus solo duos, I think that would be the best of both worlds. But I understand that if they don't have the numbers for that, then they obviously can't do that. So, and I think if you're going to have just one system in play, then solo duo only makes sense for those ranks, because it also becomes impossible to play after Crimson for anyone who's not 4 stack, to be honest. I really felt this last year too. Once you hit Crimson, you are only versus 4 stacks. Also, it makes it so that cheaters can't like stack with 4 people. Obviously, they can stack with 1 other person, but it'll slow down their profit a little bit at least. They're boosting And that being said, they did say they mentioned some revamps happening to Ricochet, but honestly, let's be honest, they can say whatever they want. It doesn't really matter if there's still hackers, which I'm sure there will be. I'd be pretty dumb to think that cheaters will be any different this year. You know, I hope I'm proven wrong. I really do hope I'm proven wrong. I just don't see it happening, to be honest. As a side note, that watching snipers in that CDL major was so refreshing, man. We haven't had snipers in so long. And the system they actually do now, if you guys don't know, is you basically have 2 sniper lives per search. So if you die with a sniper, it actually matters. So it makes it very entertaining to watch the snipers. It'll be very fun to have that in ranked as well. It completely changes the game, in my opinion. It makes it better, for sure. The Dravec is also insane. Like, I think I usually use AR, especially at the beginning of the game, but this gun is pretty nice. So I'll definitely be trying it out as well. Also interested to see, I haven't actually been paying too close of attention to like GAs and stuff. So I don't know what kind of gun variety we're gonna have. I'm assuming it's gonna be like the other few years where not much, you know, maybe a couple subs, probably 1 or 2 ARs max, and then 1 sniper. I also actually don't really know the map, so I'm gonna have to look that up. Like I said, the first game of competitive COD I watched was just this major, so I've been completely out of the loop. I've actually never played this map. It must be a newer map from probably Season 1 Reloaded. It looks pretty. But yeah, one thing I forgot to mention is that there's actually no more control going to be in ranked play, which is so nice. It's going to be Overload this year is going to be the 3rd game mode. So basically we'll have Hardpoint, Search, and Overload. It's basically Uplink, if you guys remember that. That guy just got a triple nade. Interesting. So yeah, for maps and modes, so we got Blackheart, which is only going to have Hardpoint. Colossus, which is going to have Search and Hardpoint. Den, which is going to have all 3, Search, Overload, and Hardpoint. Exposure is going to have all 3 as well. Raid is just Search, and then Scar has all 3 as well. Okay, yeah, those maps from what I remember are actually pretty good, so that should be very fun. Again, I've only really played Search, so I don't really know how they're going to play for Hardpoint and Overload. And 4v4, to be fair. Maps can play completely different in 4v4 always, so I guess I'll find out on Thursday. It can't be worse than Black Ops 6, right? Surely. Because those maps were something else. Watching Overload in Major 1 was awesome. That game was hella fun to watch. One thing about Overload that's interesting though is it can be like mathematically over well before the game finishes, which is, you know, it'd almost be nice if once it's mathematically impossible with ball resets that the game kind of just ends. But at the same time, you know, it can also be fun to just farm people when you know you're already winning. So let me tell you guys, I'm stinky at this, bro. This is gonna be bad. I'm gonna get placed bronze. Hopefully you guys are excited for ranked. I know this year's been a little bit rough, so yeah, definitely let me know if you guys are skipping out on this year, and if you are planning on playing it, what are you guys most excited about? What changes kind of make you excited? And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy.